Yep, it's saying we're live. Let's go in and get this going. Okay. Hope everybody's having a good one. Welcome to Microsoft Flight Simulator with the one and only... Pick one. Cookie Pirate, Cookie Pilot, Captain, Jonathan, Moai, and how about a random one? Had a good friend who made that for me. Maybe that's how I'll just introduce. Maybe I'll spin the wheel, close my eyes, and see where it lands. All right. Welcome to Microsoft Flight Simulator with Captain. Oh man, it's just one of those days. Oh man. Anyway, today we're back in the Diamond DA40. I can't even keep it together. Alright, now let's see here. Today we're going back in the Diamond from Anaktuvuk Pass, Alaska. We're going straight south, pretty much, over the Brooks Range to the south side at Bettles. Showing 34 minutes. We'll probably be about 40 minutes in the air. Go ahead and get loaded in. Welcome aboard. Alright, the wind is showing about 040 at 14 knots, and why is my airplane on the runway? I actually really like that song. It's quite pretty. Set as departure. Maybe from when I switched the aircraft type. Bettles is our arrival, and let's go back here. I see my plane where it's supposed to be. Much better. Okay, let's just run through the checklists real quick here. Parking brake is set. Fuel valve normal. Power lever idle. Alternate air closed. Electric master off. Avionics off. Essential bus off. Engine master off and covered. Fuel pumps are off. The voter switch is set to auto. Instrument flood. Landing taxi position. Strobe lights off. Emergency switch off and guarded. ELT is armed. Circuit breakers are in. Flap selector is up. Pitot heat is off. Fuel transfer is off. Fuel, passengers, and cargo are all loaded on board. Let's go to cockpit preparation. Electric. Nope, don't start the engine. Just on. Shuts off. AHRS needs to align. Cockpit lights not needed. Floodlights not needed. Instrument lights not needed. Check the flight controls when the wings level. Radio's not needed. G1000 is on. MFD and engines set. Let's take a look here. Right amount of fuel. Amps are negative at the moment. That will change once we start the engine. Total time in service, I believe, should be 13.3. Nope, 14.2. I forgot one minute. Alright, wings have leveled. Let's check flight controls. Rudder is good. Elevator is good. Ailerons are good. Back into the cockpit. Everything's checked out. Power is idle. Let's go ahead and turn strobe lights on. Engine start. Prop area clear. Other than the guy standing in front of us. Which are just kind of not even really fixed by function. It has no effect if you go over or through, or if they go through, it just doesn't recognize, so whatever. Obviously in the real world we would make money, sure. But that was out of the way. Alright, engine master on. We'll wait for the glow indicator to clear. Now we'll start. Oil pressure is up into the green, temperature is in the upper yellow, it's rising. Voltage, yeah, those are looking good. Now let's turn the pitot heat on and double check. We have a slight drop, that's good. Annunciations have cleared. Avionics master on, that's good. Flight plan is set up. Altitude, we are going to cruise at 7,500. Perfect. .88 knots for the FLC speed. CDI is set to GPS as we want. For taxi checklist, let's just check our position lights are on. Flaps, well, set to half. Check. Down to full. Check. Up. Good. Now back down to half, because that's what we'll taxi out with. Altimeters, we need to set to the current weather. It's 29.56. Airport elevation checks out right about 2,100 feet. That's checked. Transponder. VFR, I guess, is set to 7,000. It should be 1,200. It's 50 degrees or 10 Celsius at the airport. It's much warmer today here than it has been. I remember the other day coming in, it was below freezing, and then it warmed up to just above. Just altitude. Engine temperatures are in the green. Taxi light on. Go ahead and release the parking brake. And that's the way that we need to turn to go out. Check our brakes. Good. Alright, let's go ahead and taxi out. Absolutely gorgeous weather here today at Anaktuvuk Pass. You can see the mountains on both sides. I love it. It's spectacular. I mean, this is just gorgeous. You get that rock face kind of slope there. If you look out that way, you have a similar one kind of etched out. Alright. Coming up short of the runway here, let's go ahead and real just quick do our before takeoff. So parking brake is set. Trim is set to take off. Flaps are set to take off. Flight controls real quick once again. Rudder's good, ailerons are good, elevator's good. Back into the cockpit. Power lever is idle. Engine instruments all look good. Pitot heat. There are some clouds. We're gonna go ahead and turn it on just in case. Fuel pumps on. Landing light on, taxi light off. Transponder 1200 altitude mode checks. Runway. So we need to turn right and taxi down because the wind is out of the northeast, so we need to take off this direction, so we need to turn and taxi down, turn around and go that way. Release the parking brake. We get to fly right over the town of Anaktuvuk Pass, which is neat. I don't think there are really trees up here. This is mostly all tundra. To the best of my knowledge. If there are trees, there's not this many of them and they're not that tall. Looks like we're about to get some thunderstorms here at the house. I mean, I kind of hope we do, then I can turn my sprinkler system off. Not have to use it for my lawn for a bit. Just on the brakes to slow the taxi a little bit. And I think part of it is, yeah, you know what, we're going downhill, so we're rolling. That explains why it got so fast. Alright, let's get centered on the runway. And, real quick final cross check. Flaps are at half. Parking brake is released. Everything, fuel pumps. Alright. Gonna go full throttle ahead. We'll rotate at 69. We'll lift off in the low 70s. We'll climb out at 80. We'll engage the autopilot at 2,900 feet. At which point we will go ahead and get turned onto course. Here we go. Airspeed is alive. Engine instruments are looking good. We're going uphill, so we're taking a little bit longer to accelerate. 69 VR rotate, and we're off at 75. Brakes. We have a positive rate of climb. Bring the flaps up. Gonna get a really pretty view of the town here. Right down here. Very small community. Only I think 200 or 300 people live here. And they're all, or almost all, I believe, a group of Inupiaq, Alaskan natives. It's the only community of the type, to my knowledge. I think they're the Nunamiut, if I'm probably mispronouncing that. But yeah, that's really pretty. Alright, there's 2,900. We are good to go ahead and lower the nose, engage the autopilot. Our FLC is on nav mode. We can go ahead and turn that on. fly back around over the airport. So we'll get another great view. Take a look at these rock face mountains right here. Absolutely beautiful. We'll get another cool view of the town. Yeah, there's more tundra back here. I don't think there's trees all over here. But whatever. Back out the river. These are some rich hunting grounds. Yep, now we're going to intercept the GPS track. A lot of terrain rising, but we are climbing at a pretty good rate. So we should be able to get over most of this, all of this with no problem. In fact, here's the black. The black were more than 2,000 feet above. The green were 1,000 feet above. Yellow were less than 1,000 feet above. And the red is above us. But it's starting to dissipate. The red right in front of us will be over that in just a second here. Climb checklist, we'll go ahead and pull power back to 95% in the climb. Landing light can come off. Flaps are confirmed up, fuel pumps can come off, and yeah, we're good to go for a little bit. Yeah, we're gonna come up over this, no problem. So, that's to the north slope. These mountains, there's really nothing else beyond these, like up here. It just flattens out into the North Alaska tundra. All of this over here, though, plenty of mountains to go over, and we'll reach the south side of the mountains and pretty much be ready to land in Bettles. Bettles is a fair ways west of Fort Yukon, and I think a tiny bit north of it. Excuse me. We're getting some beautiful views. Oh man, that's gorgeous. Take a look outside. Turn back this way. There's the airport, and there's the town. Really pretty place. There's nothing around for a while. Extremely remote out here. And there's no yellow terrain to be seen. Alright, looks like we have a little bit of weather to the west. We're headed southbound, pretty much. Alright, we're about to level out. $40 minutes en route. Oh, no, it's already dropping. Oh, yeah. That's dropping fast. Go ahead and bring back to about 70% power. Or 75. Okay. And we won't need to do a fuel transfer for a while. And now we kind of just go up ahead. We may end up going through some clouds. Actually, looks like there's a rain shower up ahead. I know we're VFR. We're just gonna go on the GPS track. I'm not gonna spend time going around it and all. Oh yeah, we're gonna go through it. Just some light rain showers over here. And then there's some heavier showers further up, but the weather in Bettles is quite good. The latest I'm seeing scattered, a few at 7,000. Yeah, so we'll be all below that and everything. Rain showers distant north. That's probably this group right up here. There have been reports of storms. That's further down south, like way down past Tanana. That's way past where we're going. So it looks like just a little bit of light rain is all that we're going to have to worry about. This is showing about 27 minutes remaining in the flight. That's pretty decent. One degree Celsius up here at altitude. And yeah, we're gonna be flying through our first little bit of rain here in just a moment. Coming up through the rain at this low temperature. Now, I don't know if it's active in the simulator or not, but what you can do is actually change the airflow up to the defrost of the windshield. And even though it is above freezing, you do run the risk of the possibility of icing. It's pretty unlikely because it's above freezing. Whatever's on contact will probably melt. But whatever condensation will be going through may be below freezing. And with the wind, it can cool. And you run some risks there of icing, which could be really bad. Right now, we're going to be fine. And technically, we are still VFR. Although by the determination, it's kind of a stretch. One of those little rain showers here. Absolutely gorgeous mountains, though. Anaktuvuk Pass is hidden. Back behind the mountains. No longer see it. Arctic Village is a fair way out that way. Probably take about an hour to get out there. Fort Yukon would be about an hour and a half to the southeast. And with Bettles where we're going, we're doing about 140, true. So this is the map, what we're looking at. Probably just about kind of around here. This is called Wild Lake. We'll fly almost directly over it, so that we'll know is about the halfway point for our flight. 32 minutes. Coldfoot, Prospect Creek. Arctic Village is way out here. Fort Yukon is out here. Chandeleur Lake, which is where we came from to Anaktuvuk Pass, is out this way. It kind of makes a triangle. And it kind of makes a triangle with these three. So yeah. Whoa! Do you see that? That is spectacular. Whoa. That's so cool. Now we'll fly up through a little more weather here. So we're actually not far from that lake. I think it's gonna be tucked back. Unless... Is it right in front of us? It is not, so yeah, I think it's tucked back a little bit behind some of these mountains here. That lake. Wild Lake. So we'll be going through some weather up there. I think this is just super pretty. There's the lake. Right here. So we're going pretty much right over it. Let's run the fuel transfer for a few minutes. Just before I forget. little rain showers out in the distance there off the left. And maybe a tiny bit over that way. No, I think it's just really thin moisture. The rain's out that way. Yeah, there it is. That's pretty. You can kind of see a little bit out here is where the terrain starts to flatten out, and just on the other side of that pretty much is where Bettles is gonna be. Right there. Real pretty view of the lake. Oh, is there an airstrip right there? Or is that just like a wild... No. I was gonna say, I don't remember seeing an airport there. There is not. Okay. That just looks like a little clearing. Just by chance along the shore. But over here, somewhere, if I'm trying to... Maybe over here, there might be somewhere where there's a cutout for a, for an ultralight. I think it is, but yeah. Not a real, actual airport. 13 minutes en route. The elevation at Bettles is, looks like 649. So about a 7,000 foot descent, it'll be 1,000 foot per minute, we'll say, and yeah, we're going to shut off the fuel transfer. We're looking pretty good there. And if you take a look at that, that's good news. Most of the rain and that weather's moved off to the... It's kind of to the west. It's actually kind of surrounding the area, but Bettles is looking pretty good at the moment. Actually, we are going up through some of this. Well. Oh, wow. Oops, excuse me. Beautiful up here for sure. It's just, I love this scenery. Let's see what approaches we have into Bettles. RNAV GPS runway 2 or 20. The wind is 030 at 7, so we're probably going to have to land runway 2. So, the weather looking as good as it is, I think what we're going to do is descend and just kind of enter the traffic pattern. So, 600, so we'll get down to 1,500 feet on arrival to the airport. Yep, and here we go.
They all see that it's a lie, 'cause we always give it one last try. Yeah, you've watched me break 1,000 times. Now I'm all alone, 'cause you never show. You say you will, but then you don't. That's how it goes. Don't worry, no. I'm turning off my mind so I get by. I just wanna be happy, happy tonight. waiting for you in the morning. I'ma leave without giving a warning. I'ma leave without giving a. But every time we say goodbye, we all know that it's a lie. Now I'm all alone, 'cause you never show. You say you will, but then you don't. Don't wanna go. I'm turning off my mind so I get by. I just wanna be happy.
Start our descent in about 2 minutes here. Let's real quick grab the weather at Bettles. Alright, it's updated. Yeah, 03087. Few clouds of 6,000. 72 degrees or 22 Celsius on the ground. 2944. So I'll go ahead and set that. Beautiful. It's starting to flatten out a little bit over here. The Yukon flats are all kind of behind this second range out over there. Just the scenery is stunningly gorgeous. I love it. Alright, we've got 6 minutes to go, and I actually can just about see the airport. So tell you what we're going to go ahead and do. FLC, oh, we got to bring this down to 1,700. We'll turn the FLC on. We'll go ahead and pull the power back. Pitching for about a 1,000 feet per minute to so. I'm down at 115. So now look at the map. The river runs just to the north of the towns. So I think I see the airport right here, and I see the town like over here. Alright, real quick on the descent checklist here. Landing data, we have it. The altimeter is set. Radios, good. Fuel transfer not needed, that's taken care of. Parking brake confirmed, released. Turn that back to floor. Fuel pumps on, landing light on. Starting to get a little bit bumpy over here. Let's pull the power back because we need a steeper descent. A little bit. So this town, Bettles, is on the Koyukuk River. And if you're to go downstream the river, you'd run into a town called Alakakit. And then a bunch of other towns. And the river eventually meets up into the Yukon around the town of Koyukuk, which is quite far. It's past Galena. Yeah, about another 290, no, sorry, not 290, 190 miles to the southwest. Well, it looks like we did just start a little bit of a rain shower here at the house. Let's pull back on the power, get a little steeper. Auto rain straight south. Kind of up ahead this way, out that way and behind us, but yeah, we're looking pretty good over here. And then the weather's actually just really nice out that way. There's the old town, I think, somewhere up here or maybe down. I don't remember. The town's right here. Set the heading to fly that way there. Still coming down a little way. Alright, let's go ahead and take the power out. We'll disengage the autopilot. Nose shouldn't be lowering quite like that yet. Let's keep coming down. A little bit bumpy. Is that the... yeah, that's the VOR right there. It's a navigational facility. A VOR. Navaid. We can continue coming down. The power is idle. We're below the speed needed to lower the flaps to half. So go flaps half. Continue the descent a little bit. 700 feet above the ground. Let's go ahead and turn. We need to add a little bit of power. It's just sending a little more than I would like. Let's go turn final. Vassie's telling us that we're okay. Got a nice wide runway to land on. Let's take the power out. Down below 98. Yep, we're good right there. Full flaps. Now we'll get nice and slowed down. Add a little bit of power for the approach. 400 feet above the ground. A little bit high, but we have a ton of room to work with here. Power out a bit. Alright, we're 200 feet. Stable approach will continue. We're actually looking quite good right now. Nice wide patch of gravel to work with. A little bit low. We're looking good. Take the power out. We're down. Laps up.
Feels like I'm dreaming.
I don't think this is paved concrete, although it actually could be. It's just not marked. I don't know.
Every time I close my eyes, seems like you're fading far away. Feels like I'm drowning. I don't wanna open up. And I've been waiting for your call. I've been holding on tonight.
There we are. Let's turn, roll right down the runway. Turn in, get our parking spot. Just leave all of that on for right now. Turn the fuel pump off.
Feels like I'm breathing under the water in the deep. Feels like I'm living again. Every time I close my eyes, hoping you wake me up. Don't wanna hold on to the past again.
There we are. All right. Landing light can come off. We'll set the park and brake real quick, and we'll run through this last checklist. Power lever has been idle. So we're good there. ELT is armed. The MFD, we're good. Pitot heat can come off. Transponder standby. Total time in service is 14.9, so that was about 40 to 45 minutes in the air. Alright. Avionics off. Those are off there. Engine master off. Okay. That's bugged. 38-minute flight. Sounds about right. So the engine was running for a few minutes before that. Engine is shut down. It's guarded. Strobe lights off. Nav lights off. Flood and instrument lights and cockpit lights were not on. Silence that there. And we are good to go ahead and shut down the electric switch. Alright, folks. Welcome to Bettles, Alaska. Thanks for flying with me. Hope to have you aboard on the next one. And until then, take care and stay